Chrissy, it's the holiday season, and everybody likes a great story that's got a happy ending. And you were telling me about one the other day, and we'll just use first names, of course. But you had a client come to see you to do some estate planning, I believe. Her first name is
Her first name is Peggy.
Peggy. And so tell us, the listeners, what Peggy does for a living.
Peggy does federal VA benefits, meaning she helps veterans. She works for the government, and all she does is handle benefits for VA for all over the country, but lives here in Orlando.
And there are veterans out there that have applied for benefits and they've been granted to them. There are veterans out there who have applied for benefits and they've been denied to the veterans.
Correct.
And we're going to talk about one particular veteran, and he, in fact, was in the Vietnam War.
Exactly.
And that veteran is, how old is he now about, roughly? Did
He
you tell
is
me?
81.
All right. So we're talking about a veteran who's 81 years old. He was in the Vietnam War. He's been trying to get benefits from the government as a
years.
veteran for many,
Years.
many years. Yes?
Correct.
And has always been denied.
Exactly.
And what was the root cause of that denial?
The root cause of the denial was because he was one of the ones where records were destroyed in a major fire.
So he could
a
never
national-
he could never prove to the VA that he was a veteran because records were destroyed in a fire. And
No
so,
fault of his own.
No fault of his, not his fire, but a record storage place.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
And so all these years, he's 81 years old, all these years he's been applying for benefits to the VA, been denied, and then he goes through Peggy to give it one more try. And Peggy, tell the listeners what Peggy did for him.
Yes. And then along comes Peggy. And this happened just in the last month. So again, this is why we're saying very much a Christmas story. Peggy takes a look at his file and she says, even though I know he cannot prove or provide the proof that the government needs, I want to help this man and I want to make this happen for him. I know he was there. She picks up the phone and personally calls him. And they have a discussion, and she explains to him what she needs, some type of physical proof. And lo and behold, as they're talking back and forth and really trying to come up with a solution together, he mentions that he has a physical laundry tag from while he was there. So back in the day, it was standard because the tag had to identify you as the of course, person with your ID and all of the credentials about you. These were attached to the laundry tags, and that's how they kept even the laundry, identified properly. He mentioned they had this, and Peggy said, "Send me that tag." He sent her that tag, and Peggy went to the superiors using the laundry tag from Vietnam as the way to extend all the past benefits to this veteran and get him approved.
That is just wonderful, and God bless Peggy for going above and beyond what her required duties were and to do this for this gentleman. And he ended up getting back benefits, I believe.
Back benefits, and now going forward, monthly benefits for the rest of his life and for his wife when he were to pass away.
I'm just so pleased for him that 81 years old, hey, not going to live forever. But this got done while he's still alive.
Absolutely.
To give him that gratification for serving his country so loyally during the Vietnam War.
Yes.
And finally getting what's due to him.
Correct.
Yes.
Exactly. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you, Peggy, for caring. And this was, of course, one extraordinary story. However, Peggy's words, follow-up words to me after sharing that story, this is what I love to do every day, is help as many veterans as possible.
If you think about it, we have the gentleman that was in Vietnam. We got his wife. We got his kids. We got his grandkids. This is not just a benefit for one single
That's
person.
right.
This money is benefiting his entire family.
Absolutely.
And money's great, but it's also the recognition that, yes, I was in Vietnam. Yes, I am entitled to veterans benefits. And I'm sure that entire family is giving thanks and blessings this Christmas season for what Peggy's done for him.
That's right. Absolutely. They are. And you're right, Tom. Again, this impacted in a very positive way the entire family.
So that was just a wonderful. It gives me chills just talking about it.
Thank you.
So
Me too.
Thank you for sharing it, and thank you, Peggy, for doing that for this gentleman. And he was so deserving, and finally get what was available to him all along, but had been denied to him. But because he came up with a laundry tag from when he served in Vietnam, that's the only link they needed to get this done.
Correct.
Nice.
Yes. Pretty special. And again, I think a really wonderful Christmas story because of the timing of, that happening here.